Hi there, and thank you for subscribing to Move with Awareness. Before you go on to listen to your free audio that will talk you through a sequence of movements, of somatic movements, that will help to alleviate your neck and shoulder pain, I just wanted to run through a few things with you first of all so that you get the best experience possible when you listen to this sequence and when you listen to this sequence again and again and again. This won't take very long, but in short, somatic movements, what we're aiming to do, because they're neurological movements, we're aiming to improve your awareness of how your body moves and feels. And so these movements are neurological movements, and what we're trying to do is to re-establish those connections between the brain and the nervous system and the muscles, because they're not talking to each other at the moment, which is why you've got some pain. Um, and by re-establishing that connection, that will help to release these tight muscles, and then over a period of time will help to improve your movement and reduce the pain you have. However, um, one of the things that people often do when they're learning something new for the first time, they try too hard. They give it everything that they possibly can because they really want this pain to go away, and I completely understand that. But you need to be patient. This pain has probably accumulated over a long period of time. It's not going to go away by just listening to this 30-minute sequence just once. So first of all, you're going to need to be patient, and you're going to need to do this sequence. I would suggest do it at least once a day for the next 5 to 7 days, and see if after that time you start to notice a little bit of an improvement. Now, also, the other thing to bear in mind is that somatic movements are done very, very slowly. So make sure that you've got some warm clothes on and that you're in a nice, comfortable, warm room when you do this. And the movements are done very slowly because if you do the movements too quickly, the brain can't understand what on earth's going on. It won't pick up the changes. So you need to do the movements slowly, especially when you're releasing out of the movement, because in a somatic movement, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you how to pandiculate some of your muscles. So I'm going to be teaching you how to contract your muscles, so therefore taking your muscles into a tighter contraction, and then how to slowly release them. Now, when you release out of that contraction, that's when it's important to go very slowly, and I will guide you through that in the audio. The other thing to bear in mind is I often say to my students, it's not about going for gold. It's not about putting 100% of your effort in. It's about doing things as lazily and as effortlessly as possible. So if you're putting 100% of your effort in, let it go a bit. Maybe just put 20, 30% of your effort in. It's also not about getting to the end of your range. It's not about the final destination. It's about the journey that it takes with that movement to go from when you're starting the movement to when you get to the end of the movement. What do you notice along the way? It's about noticing those details. And another important point to mention is that if any of these movements cause you pain, because somatic movements shouldn't be painful, if any of them cause you pain, your body's not quite ready to do those movements yet. So you can either do two things. You could either make the movements smaller, so only go to whatever your range is that's still keeping you pain free, or just visualize doing the movement as I'm talking through it. So those are the main points that I wanted to get across to you before you start. I hope you enjoy listening to the sequence. You'll probably find it extremely relaxing as well. There's no particular best time to do the movement. Just fit it in with your schedule. This sequence is half an hour, but when you get a bit more familiar with it, you may be able to just do part of the sequence, or you may remember it. You will get quicker at it. But give it a go. Practice it over the next 5 to 7 days, at least once a day, and see how you get on. And I would love to hear any feedback that you have. Many thanks again. This is Alison Emery for Move with Awareness. Bye for now.